What's going on, everyone? Dare here, and welcome back to another day of the Stanley Parable, or I guess we're on the Stanley Parable 2. We finally unlocked a bucket, which I have informed the bucket allows us to find a bunch of new endings. So we're gonna dive in and try and find those today. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoy this. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see more of my content. Let's get in there. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah,
what
we
did
know.
It mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Give me the
Perhaps
bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, he did. Oh, this is gone now. Can't go that way. Okay. Interesting.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
No. We know how this goes. Do I want to go? Do I want to go left? I don't know why I literally just had that thought in my mind and then broke internally. We're going right. You know, we always go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm aware.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It definitely is. I don't know why I'm checking all the rooms again. Is that necessary?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Yeah.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yay, bucket.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
I don't think he did.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay.
Good,
Said the bucket.
now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
I'm kind of
It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Okay.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him.
I'm
and
not.
he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
False. Okay. I don't remember what was this way.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
What? No.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it.
I don't think we do.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
No. No. I don't need bucket training 101. The hell? Oh my god.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Okay.
Simple enough, right?
I think I can
should
handle
tell
this.
us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Okay, let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Give me another one.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
I'm freaking good at this. Found my calling. Found it.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
Saw that coming. I should have known.
Item 4. Is this a bucket? Correct. This is a tractor and not a bucket.
Got
To
him.
be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was
Appreciate
starting
that.
to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot.
I have
Okay,
3 out of
next one.
4.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Got him.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Ow.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Oh, I can't go and look? I don't want to vote. It's a bucket.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something.
Yes.
Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
Yes.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective.
Good.
What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence.
No.
And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
No.
Am I a bucket?
Yes. No, you're definitely a
Stanley,
bucket.
I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, you're a bucket.
I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
What?
Okay, here we go.
No.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Because
Why did
nothing is
everything
bucket.
disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
Yes.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket.
Yes.
Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is
Prove it.
wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Okay, here we are. So everything is a bucket. Who knew?
All of his co-workers were gone.
Who
What could it mean?
knew?
Stanley decided to go
Yeah,
to the
give my
meeting
bucket
room.
back.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Yeah, it did.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered
yes.
the door on his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the
Yada,
place to
yada,
be.
yada, yada. I know.
And here it
We're going to
was.
run straight
Had
on
the bucket
through.
turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left
Good,
to go back
but
to
won't.
the meeting room,
Okay, let's actually ride the
No.
thingy up.
said the bucket.
Why do you gotta talk
Don't
like
go to
that?
the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Why do you
The
gotta
cargo
give-
lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Why do you gotta
Now
give the
ride the
bucket a
lift all the
nasally
way to the
voice?
top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets
Oh,
can't
shit.
talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious
How do I get
fact.
that?
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Shit! How do I get the collectible? I'll get that collectible.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
There. Stanley's somewhat of a follower. Oh.
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick
No.
up the phone and it will take us back home where we can go about life together.
I was informed that I don't have to answer this phone.
Whoa, hold on. Why did you unplug the phone?
Got him.
Were you trying to resist the bucket's orders? Stanley, I was joking. Obviously, the bucket isn't talking to you and telling you to do things. Buckets can't talk. It was a joke. Don't you get the joke? It's funny, Stanley. A talking bucket. Can't you see? Oh, goodness. I must have really bungled up the delivery if you actually took me seriously. Where did I mess up the joke? Should I have paused for longer or spoken quicker? Comedic timing is so difficult. I wish I were better at it. But there isn't exactly an instructional video on comedy that one can watch to fully... Oh, wait, yes, there is. It's sitting right here. Let's take a look.
Wait, what are we doing?
What is comedic timing? What is comedic timing? How does it work?
Okay.
How long should it last? How can it be used to effectively silence your political enemies? And more importantly, can it be taught in its entirety within 90 seconds? Thankfully, the answer to all of these questions is yes. Let's dive deeper. If you've ever told a joke or made someone laugh, in all likelihood, you did it while standing 50 to 80 centimeters from them in a room of no more than 76 degrees Fahrenheit, with one of your arms raised straight upward at a 15-degree angle from your body.
All true.
These are the optimal conditions for good comedic timing.
Yep.
To begin the joke, start by stating and spelling your name. Next, provide a brief synopsis of the joke, including the specific times at which the recipient of the joke will laugh, and then spell out your name a second time.
Perfect.
With these steps complete, it's time to begin the humor. Speak the entire joke in no more than 18 seconds and no less than 13 and a half, pausing only for bathroom breaks when necessary. When the joke has concluded, it is customary to inform your listener that the joke is over by declaring in your loudest possible voice, "I'm Dunny with the funny." Let's practice screaming, "I'm Dunny with the funny" now.
I'm not doing that. That's not happening.
Good. This saying is a perfect example of expectations management, which is the cornerstone of good comedy. Finally, it's time to hand out surveys. Collecting hard data from your audience on how right they were throughout the joke is the only way to grow or learn as a comedian. An effective survey should be no less than 10 pages long and should include the same question reprinted several times.
Agreed.
Just to ensure the survey taker is actually paying attention and not simply filling in answers at random. And that's all there is. With these strategies at your disposal, you'll have audiences doubled over in laughter and even tripled over in laughter in no time at all. Just remember to let them stop laughing at some point, you gut-busting little scamp. After all, we're each of us needed on the front lines of the war to fight the 12-legged invader who threaten our very existence and who very likely die in a hailstorm of bullets and mandibles. All of us must be prepared to give our lives to this noble cause. That escalated quickly. Just as our children must do after us, and their children after them. Godspeed, and may Earth reign supreme.
Hey, goodness, this video is a little outdated, isn't it? Well, no matter. I think the fundamentals of proper comedic timing are still as relevant today as they were back then. So with that in mind, I believe the only way forward is for us to return to the two doors and walk through all of this again, so I can try telling my story with more appropriate comedic delivery. Come on, let's head back.
No, please don't do this to me. He's gonna do this to me, isn't he? Can I take this back?
I can feel it. This time, I'm really going to nail the delivery. You'll be in stitches. A talking bucket, you'll say? How ridiculous. How absurd.
Oh my
God.
What
a hilarious concept. The king of comedy. That's what you'll call me. Thank goodness we had the instructional video. Otherwise, who knows where we'd be right now. Well, I wouldn't be the king of comedy, that's for sure.
There's a fence this time, so I can't jump off. Interesting.
The bucket spoke.
The bucket spoke. Oh, I'll figure it out on the fly. No need to
Will you?
overthink things.
Where the heck am I going? Am I going all the way back to the beginning? Yep. For the sake of this bit, I'm going all the way back to the beginning.
Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
What if I went on the one on the left this time? I should have. The hell?
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Thank
What's
God.
going on? There was supposed to be several rooms leading up to this.
Nope.
There was supposed to be a build-up to this point.
There was.
A dramatic display of remarkable comedic wit, which culminates in this scene with the phone. But now the timing's completely off. The joke will never land. Well, not the way it was meant to. And it's all my fault. I must have forgotten that the phone room comes immediately after the 2 doors room. What an egregious mistake. I've made a fool of myself. I don't deserve the title of King of Comedy. I'm nothing.
Fact.
I'm not even the lowliest joke-telling whelp.
Also fact.
I think I need to go back and rewatch that instructional video again.
Oh no.
Yes, surely that will help me improve my...
Please no.
Here we go.
Oh,
you
shit.
ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Do I need to go on the one on the left?
What? We're back at the phone already? No. Here we go. You ready? When Stanley and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Okay.
What? We're back at the phone already? No.
Is this just gonna keep looping until I go to the door on the left?
You ready?
I imagine
When
that's the
Stanley
case.
and the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Yeah.
What? We're back at the phone already?
On a loop. Gotta go to the one on the left. Fine.
Here we go. You ready?
Why
When
don't have
Stanley
nice
and
things?
the bucket came to a set of 2 open doors, they entered the door on the left.
Come on.
No. You were supposed to go through the door on the right, leading back to the phone. Did you not even look at the instructional video? I think
did not.
this is all covered very clearly. There's no way I can make the comedic timing work now. It's done. The joke is completely done and over. It's all your fault, Stanley. I'm
Good.
going to be ridiculed in the community of other joke writers. I'm going to be shamed at every one of our meetings from now on. All because you couldn't watch a simple video and take a hint. Are you proud of yourself for bringing me down, Stanley? Are you proud?
A little bit.
Stanley, you love the bucket so much it's like you... it's as though all of your other most prized possessions pale in comparison. Yes. Well, let me try that again, Stanley. I heard that you are pale with shame over
What the
how
hell?
unabashedly in love with a bucket you are. No? Still not... Is it the delivery?
Yes.
Pale with shame. Pale with shame. Pale... What's another word to describe a bucket? Stanley, this bucket is so metal. I think I saw it playing guitar. No. We're getting away
This is
from
hell.
making fun of Stanley's obsession with the bucket, which was the whole point of this.
This is absolute hell.
These jokes. I need more instructional videos.
I can't do anything.
That's what will make me the king of comedy again. More instructional videos. Let's see.
Thank God. Okay, so that's another ending down, I guess.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
They were?
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
You
The
want-
confusion and the chaos all
My
seemed to
bucket.
melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
We're actually gonna go to the
Stanley
left this
clutched the
time.
bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
413. Nothing. Yeah, that's bright.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Bucket!
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Does
You
it?
can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy? It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket. I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
That's fair.
That your relationship is
shallow.
purely superficial and convenient?
For sure.
That your life is so banal and meaningless that you
Yes.
feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner?
Yes.
Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the
Pretty
wide
spot on.
variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings for the bucket as they have changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
I don't wanna. So yeah, very shallow relationship I have with this bucket.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all.
Okay.
Here we go.
Shoot.
There. Now it's settled.
Hell yeah,
no
brother.
more debate, no more discussion. Take a hike, broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
My bucket. Okay, now what?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate.
Okay.
You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket.
I needed that.
There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I needed that sticker. Because I was confused, especially after the last one on, is this a bucket or not? There's a lot of non-bucket
You know
buckets.
what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Okay. I don't think it's being quiet. It's actually kind of buzzing. Now then. Okay. On we go.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
We are going to do that. Hold on. What's in the bathroom? Does the bucket do anything in the bathroom? Ha! Got it!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
That's all I could ask for. All I could ask for. I don't need anything else. Ah. Okay. All right, bucket.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Yep.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
I don't think it's
Even
factual.
now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would, and he knew it. The two of them were inseparable.
Damn it, what's the
At
code?
this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk. Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Yep.
Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Agreed. Down we go. No! We missed it!
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
What if we go back up?
Wait, Stanley said to the bucket. Can we go back up? When I was pressing those keypad buttons, there was something very intriguing about the number 3. I want to go back so I can try pressing the number 3 again. The bucket said nothing.
Sure as shit, we can go back up. My collectible. What the hell? Where'd it go? Where did it go?
Here we are, said Stanley. Now I'm going to try out that number 3 button. He took the bucket over to the keypad and began absolutely slamming on the number 3 over and over and over. Well, he said, the number 3 is such a special button. I'm having the time of my life. Stanley looked expectantly at the bucket, but the bucket remained silent. This was a shock to Stanley, who had always felt such a connection with the bucket. How was this not as exciting to the bucket as it was to him?
Right?
Once Stanley had had enough of the number 3, he got back in the elevator.
Well, that was kind of silly. Definitely silly.
Perhaps the bucket had missed something.
Where did the collectible go?
Perhaps it had not seen how much joy Stanley got from slamming the number 3 repeatedly. A hint of regret nagged in the back of Stanley's mind. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Yes. A little boop boop. Boop boop.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Hey, there's the little way that we come out. Do I get to escape with the bucket? Is it happily ever after with the bucket? I hope so. This is all for naught if it's not.
Jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock.
I did.
Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
Why is this bucket a better written character than, I don't know,
Was the
a lot of
bucket under the
characters?
mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind.
Up we go.
No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter, his one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Bucket friends for
But
life.
here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating,
We outie.
working, all of it monitored and
We outie.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery...
Shut her down. Me and the bucket are making a run for it.
Stanley and the bucket waited in blackness.
Okay.
Was it over?
Hopefully.
Yes, they had done it.
Yeah.
Stanley and the bucket had defeated their greatest and darkest enemy, freed themselves from the tyrannical grip of the evil mind control machine. Freedom was now mere moments away. Excitedly, the two of them began to discuss the kind of life they wanted to live once they stepped through this massive door. The bucket wanted to learn to roller skate. Stanley wanted to sneeze in every country on Earth.
Fair.
Both of them wanted to begin watching a movie, any movie, but then stop it halfway through and begin watching it in reverse from the end. True, it was a simple life they envisioned, but it was one they'd lived together, with one another to lean on, to trust, to support, and to...
What? No.
What? Wait. What was happening? Why had the door stopped?
No.
Was Stanley and the bucket not about to be freed? An unbearable silence filled the room, lingering in uncertainty.
Let me jump again.
Until finally the truth hit Stanley square in the face. This building did not want the bucket to leave.
What?
Even the facility itself recognized the incredible calming presence of the bucket, needed the soothing warmth of the bucket, would go to any lengths not to part with the bucket. No. Stanley can't leave this place. Not while he has such a precious bucket in his arms. Not while this building has anything to say about it. Stanley realized he would never again leave this very room. But at least he has the bucket. To be trapped eternally in darkness isn't really so bad, Stanley thought to himself.
He didn't think that.
As long as I have my bucket with me, right? I'll be okay, won't I?
False.
Stanley gulped. Very soon now, he was about to find out.
The hell was that? Am I Stanley dead? He dead. Anyway, all right, we're gonna call it here. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you see more of my content. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next one. Take it later.